What's up? Welcome to episode 5 of the Horror Hooligans podcast. Tonight we're talking about the ultimate final girls in horror film history, and this is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for some time now, because for not just recently, but for years, for decades, we've had final girls in the cinema that has been great, all the way from Sarah Connor to Ripley from the Alien films to our beloved Sidney Prescott. And this weekend we're going to be celebrating Julie James, and I know what you did last summer. So I figured let's talk about this. Let's kind of give them some love. And I'm pretty sure you got some of your favorites, Marcus. I know Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode's going to be up in there. She's definitely an icon. And she kind of paved the road, I guess, for Neve Campbell, for Sydney to she crawled so Sydney and Julie could run. I feel like, and so, but I don't really want this to turn into like who's better, because I think they're all great in their opinion. I just kind of want to show their love and kind of get with the chat tonight and just have a conversation. And how do you feel about this, man? Do you love the final girl trope? I know that sometimes we get that final guy, the instead of the scream queen, we get the scream king, I guess you would say. But it's very few and far between in the horror genre. And maybe that's going to be another episode later on. But I know you have to have some of your favorite scream queens throughout history. What's some of your favorites just off the top of your head, Marcus?
Man, I'd have to, it's funny because you mentioned Jamie Lee Curtis, but I also will put into that conversation Sally Hardesty, from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I felt like she was a really good final girl. A couple other ones I'd have to say would probably be Samantha Carpenter. She was a great final girl, even though I personally thought you could go in a different direction with her. You know what I mean? And stuff. She was definitely a great final girl, as well as Tara Carpenter. Man, there's so many. I'd have to say also Natalie from Urban Legends. I think she does not get enough credit for how great of a final girl she was.
She really doesn't. She was a smart final girl too.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a good catch there, man, because hopefully she comes back in the new Urban Legend with them rebooting it. I think she was in Long Legs recently. Yep. And she's still in horror, so bring her back. She kicks ass.
Oh, absolutely, bro. She's, for the most part, she has definitely like stayed in the realm of suspense thriller / horror and stuff, because a lot of people forget that she did 88 Minutes with Al Pacino.
You did mention that. It's been so long since I've seen that. Did that come out after Urban Legend or before it?
Oh, it was after. Yeah. Okay. I think that movie came out, I want to say in like 2008, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit later than that. But I want to say late 2000s, early 2010s, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to rewatch
great
that.
Red herring in that movie.
Okay. So she was a red herring actually in that one. Okay, yeah. Cool. Very nice. Very nice. Let me set the mood for a little bit. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. I always need some background noise. It's kind of like whenever I sleep, I need like the TV on, or I need my fan on. Or I just need a little bit of noise. So I am going to get to, I am going to get to the chat, but anybody else you can think of? I have a few.
I'd have to say there's so many, but I'm trying to think of one in particular. I had it and it slipped my mind. So do what you do while I gather my thoughts.
Sure. One that I got to give some love to because it's one of my favorite. I feel like for the slasher genre, I know Laurie Strode like really kind of like paved that way for mainstream final girls. I feel like a little bit, in my opinion, at least for slashers. I can't talk about this subject without bringing up my girl Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street, man. Dude, Nancy was a fighter. Nancy was kind of like Sydney a little bit. That's how Wes Craven kind of like made his final girls. They were fighters. I mean, think about how she set up all those traps at the end for Freddy when she brought him into the real world. Think about even her performance in Wes Craven's New Nightmare, where she turned around, told Freddy, "Fuck you," and socked his ass. You know, like I was like, hell yeah. She had some really badass moments to where she was a victim, but man, she would turn around and she would kick ass to a dream demon of all that.
Right. And think about how she did it. She did it in reality.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she did that in reality, and she had to go back as Heather Langenkamp, as herself, and play Nancy one last time. Like, you don't see that too often in horror movies. You don't see our iconic final girls get movies that are based around their real life name and characters, to where we see the killer that they basically shared the movie screen with come into their real world. You know, so that's what makes Nancy, Heather Langenkamp, very, very unique, man. It was such an honor and privilege to get to be a part of her Q&A session last year at Monster Mania Con and get to ask her the question that I got to ask her. Like, she's so pleasant. She's so awesome. Like, my next step is to get that graph. I need that signature and those pictures.
Dude, yeah, man, she's such a sweetheart, man. And dude, she'll take her time out. I remember, like, I got pictures with her and Robert, and I was wearing my 4 West shirt, and she was the first one. She was just like, 4 West. She says, "I love your shirt." She was like, they should have marketed the last Scream movie around your shirt. They should have done that more.
Yeah.
And she just talked to me about Wes Craven for a little bit, how pleasant he was and everything. And she just seems just a down-to-earth girl, you know, like not stuck up at all. So another person I want to bring up is Samara Weaving from Ready or Not. Man, she kicked ass, and I can't wait to see Ready or Not, Here I Come. I'm so hyped for that movie. I think it's going to be badass. Man, Samara Weaving kicking ass like that.
Yeah, Alice from Friday the 13th.
Alice from Friday the 13th. Dude, there's the list goes all on and on. And you know, like, even like, you know, I know that Sarah Connor is more action oriented. And that first Terminator movie is a horror movie. Pretty much. Oh, yeah. And she grew between Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, man. She grew into a badass. Like,
absolutely.
She would kick my ass in Terminator 2, man. She was like not dealing with shit and going head force towards the situation. And dude, I think Sarah Connor is awesome.
When we see her for the first time in that movie, homegirl's literally doing chin-ups on the bar. Like,
yep.
Like,
yeah. She's kind of scary a little bit. She's very intimidating.
Very.
She just got that look on her face, and I'm just like, oh, is she a Terminator? Man, and speaking of man, her name's slipping my. Sarah Connor. Who plays Sarah Connor?
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton. I know that. Just I couldn't think of it at the moment. But we just saw her. Have you seen the trailer for the final chapter of Stranger Things?
No.
It just dropped, man. She's in it, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, this is gonna be good. So it's good to see her, you know, still kicking ass in kind of like somewhat horror realms, you know.
Right.
I like that. I like that a lot, man. There's so many, you know, and I definitely, you know, I got to say Sidney Prescott. I think that, you know, she's really up there. If not probably my favorite final girl. And I know that that's being a little biased, but it's just, man, just everything. I grew up with Sidney, watching her grow from being a victim and scared to all the way to being a fighter to, you know, just everything. And I can't wait to see what she brings to the screen and to the story and to her character in Scream 7, man. So yeah. I feel like final girls have always kicked ass in movies, you know. It kind of irritates me whenever I see one of the final girls get killed at the very end. Like she outlived everything. And then she gets taken out at the very end or at the beginning of the very next movie, which happens to Rachel from Halloween 4. into Halloween 5, and I wish they would retcon that. You know, one of the best. You know, I grew up with that too, and I was always like, why did they make this choice?
Because whoever directed that movie, I fucking forget, it was Gerard something, was fucking stupid and didn't know what he was doing. You know, he did not know how to make a Halloween movie. He did not know how to follow these characters, how to follow up with Dwight H. Little and Alan B. McElroy laid the foundation for in the previous film. He fucking butchered it, and it was disgusting. And I hate it to this day. Like, bro, it really sticks in my craw that he did that, because just like, how can you take such a great, promising final girl and Rachel, you know what I mean, and just totally dismiss her like that in the 5th film? Yeah. You know, like, just, I agree, man. That is something that we need to get retconned, and those are sins that definitely need atone.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. But you know, you said it earlier, even like Sam Carpenter, man, even though, you know, dude, seeing her grow from Scream 5 to Scream 6, dude, she was kicking ass in Scream 6. She was tough, bro. You know, and she was ready to take on the situation. She wasn't scared anymore. And, and I love that, man. I hope one day we do get to see her reprise her role in some capacity later on down the road, you know?
Well, we can say this. I think it can happen. And the reason why I think it can happen is because we're kind of seeing it with the Miramax situation with Mark Helwig, who wanted to do the Halloween TV series. That's why they're talking about the Halloween TV series might not happen, because apparently Helwig stepped down. Now, if Gary Barber were to step down from Spyglass,
yeah,
there we go. You know what I mean? Now we could get this ball back rolling, because I personally think that is literally the only person standing in the way of Melissa returning to the Scream franchise.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Which I hear that she's going to be in Scary Movie 6. That's going to be coming out June of next year. So that's going to be interesting seeing her kind of, you know,
she's doing taking shit all over the franchise.
Oh, yeah, she is. They're going to take advantage, especially after Scream 7 just coming out.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if they'll have enough time to like do tropes of Scream 7 before Scary Movie 6 comes out. You know what I mean? Like, if they are taking the AI angle, and will they have enough time to like make fun of the AI stuff in Scary Movie 6? I don't know if they'll go that far, but they'll definitely make fun of like 5 and 6, you know. Now, I'm really curious of who they're going to, if she does play like a similar character than she did as like in Scream 5 and 6, are they going to give her a sister, and who's going to play that sister?
Right.
Wouldn't that be funny?
I mean, I'll be completely honest. I mean, you might as well go get Jenna for it. I mean, the reason why I say that is because a lot of people have not been happy with her most recent roles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what would make it all feel better is if both of them showed up in this fucking movie.
That would be hilarious, dude. That would be hilarious. But you know, you got to kind of balance it, because if they're going to bring back Regina Hall and
Anna Faris.
You know, it's a lot of screen time. You know, like, you don't know who's going to take the lead. I would assume Anna Faris and Regina Hall, and then they, you know,
and then you got the Wayans.
Then you got the Wayans. Yeah, they're going to reprise the role, and man, it's going to be a fun time. Now, one final girl that doesn't get enough, and I can't even think of her name right now, and I should have wrote it down before we started this, but it's the final girl from The Descent.
Man, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Dude, she kicked ass. She was awesome in The Descent. I love The Descent. The Descent's one of my all-time favorite horror movies.
Okay.
Survival. When I saw it in theaters, it was scary. It was claustrophobic. It was scary. I even like Descent 2, even though Descent 2 kind of feels a little bit more clean, not gritty.
Right.
You know, a little bit more Hollywood. I still like both of them, but that first Descent movie, man, she was awesome. I can't even think. Somebody let me know in the chat, which, speaking of the chat, I do need to get to it and acknowledge everybody. I do apologize. We kind of got carried away there, but we will I want to see what everybody else is thinking. But also, just a blanket hello to everybody. Thank you for being a part of the Horror Hooligans episode 5 for the Ultimate Final Girls in Horror Film History. And please hit that like button. It helps this podcast out. If you're not subscribed to Marcus, go subscribe to him over at I Shot Him 6 Times. The link is in the description below for you to go and subscribe, because episode 7 will be, or episode 6 will be over on Marcus's channel next week. So we flop back and forth. So don't miss an episode.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. We got Jerry in the house. Hi, Des. What's up, Jerry? Welcome to the party. Matthew says Sigourney Weaver as Ellen Ripley is top 3 of Final Girls, in my opinion. Sydney, Lori, and Ripley are top 3. I love Julie, but all she did in the first 2 is scream and need Ray to help her. Damn. That's funny. You know, that would be cool. I wonder how we're going to get Julie James in this one. I guess I'm going to find out tomorrow night. A lot of us will. Is she going to be more of a fighter in this one? What do you think, man? Or do you think that she's going to be screaming and what are you waiting for? And just crying? Or do you think that she's actually going to fight back?
Well, and this is like some of the issue that I have with some people coming into our comments and stuff in regards to this movie, kind of trying to spoil things and stuff, is that a lot of the things they say about her character doesn't add up to me. Like, for example, they said she's in the movie a total of 9 minutes, and I don't believe that. You know what I mean? I believe she is in the movie a lot more. Well, I won't say a lot more, but I'd say a maximum 15 to 30 minutes. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. With that said, I mean, according to Jennifer herself, she's actually going to be like, basically, we're going to see the type of Julie James that has come to acceptance with her trauma. And that apparently she's actually like funny in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm okay with that, but just don't fucking be too funny.
Yeah.
You know, I still want that. I want to see some version of what we've seen, and I still know what you did last summer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because she had this grit to her in that movie, in my opinion, you know, especially at the end, you know, just fucking die. Like, I want to see that type of Julie James in this movie, especially at the end and stuff. Yeah. So, I think we could get a mixture of a little bit of everything. I think we can get a mixture of the first Julie James, the second Julie James, and whoever the new Julie James is. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm super excited, and man, I'm just super excited for that film in general, and super excited to see both Ray and Julie back.
Me too, man. Me too. I think she's going to be a little bit of a fighter in this one. I think she's going to throw a punch or two, or maybe she gets her hand on the hook to take out our killer or something like that, which would be kind of cool. You know, if somebody gets their hand on the hook and kills the killer, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, that'd be anticlimactic, especially if she does it.
Yeah, and I'm hearing there's like a lot of traps. Like he sets up like a lot of like mouse traps almost like in this one. So kind of getting a little bit of Jigsaw vibes. I know they're not going to go that far with it, but you know, it's kind of cool to see a little bit more flair with the killer. So
right. You know, especially when you consider that in the first 2, Ben did set traps, but when you go back and look at them, they were kind of just like, okay, like, they were. How do you get fooled by that? I mean, yeah, and stuff like the first one was understandable because he looks like somebody who needs help with his car, but the second one where he, you know, tricked Ray is just like, that was a little too over the top and a little too hokey. You know what I mean? Stuff with the dummy and everything like that. So, hey, I'm all for, hey, man, it seems like we're getting a lot of new stuff with this Fisher person in this movie. We're getting new weapons. You know, we're getting some traps laid down, some methodical stuff. Like, I'm all about that type of shit, man. So, bring it on.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see here. We got DJ. Go DJ. That's my DJ. Hello to all the hooligans. Well, hello to you too. You're in the right place to hooligan around. Let's see here. Matthew says, just got back from having dinner, so now I'm able to join the stream when it starts. Nice. Country fried steak for dinner. Very nice. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah. It's making me hungry. I had coffee and hot Cheetos Yeah.
Oh man, I want me some hot Cheetos now.
Man, hot Cheetos hit, man. Whenever you need a good little snack, man, hot Cheetos hit.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. Also, and I'll be real quick with this. With hot Cheetos, if you like cheese sticks, crunch up a bunch of hot Cheetos and roll your cheese sticks in the hot Cheetos and then fry them or air fry them or something, dude. They're actually really good.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
So the hot Cheeto is like the outer crust of the cheese stick. It's good.
Yeah, that sounds banging.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
that sounds
better
like some deep fried cheese sticks. Like
It is, man. It really is. Paula says, nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Paula. Got Damalama Ding Dong in the house. Good to see you. The mods are rolling in. Hell yeah. Gonna skip down a little bit. DJ says, grab your snack, drinks, bathroom break. Don't forget to shut off your cell phones during the show. Thanks, buddy. Hell yeah. And don't say you'll be right back, because you won't be back. Val says, hey, you guys. General, moderator in the house. Kick controls asses one stream at a time. Oh, yeah. Digital.
right.
Digital bouncer. The original. Matthew says, like the thumbnail, but I think Sydney should be on the side beside Julie and Lori be the front part of the thumbnail. I like Sydney and Julie, but Lori should be off to this. Wait a minute. Hold on. Sydney should be on the side beside Julie.
Yeah.
And Lori be in the front part of the thumbnail. I like Sydney and Julie, but Lori shouldn't be off to the side. Gotcha. So you think Lori should be in the middle? Got you. I mean, yeah, it's debatable for sure. And I know a lot of people do feel that way. And like I said earlier when talking about Sydney, I'm a little biased because Sydney's my girl. Honestly, not to shit in anyone's. I'm not trying to shit in anyone's Cheerios here, especially not Paula's, because I know she likes Cheerios. Now that I think about it, rain on anybody's parade. That Lori almost didn't even make the cut. I was going to put Nancy there, but I thought that was too divisive. Plus, I couldn't disrespect you, bro. I was like, man, that's his final.
No,
girl.
honestly, you wouldn't be disrespecting me. I mean, this may be a hot take. You know what I mean? I like Lori and all, but I like Jamie. I like Jamie Lloyd better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is not a knock on Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. But I'm not going to lie. She's kind of lost some favor with me after this last fucking trilogy. You know what I mean? Because of some of the creative decisions that was made, and that was made on behest of her. You know what I mean? And stuff. And also, I mean, let's just call a spade here. Who's a fucking cooler final girl in the original movies of Halloween and Scream? Sidney Prescott is. She just is. Her character's more appealing. Her character, in my opinion, is just an overall better character. Like Lori, I'm not trying to be an asshole. She was fucking boring. She was. Like,
Well, now I feel better.
Like, I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I get the whole girl next door. I get all that. You know what I mean? And stuff. But to me, I'll put it this way. I liked Lori in Halloween 2 more than I liked her in Halloween 1. Even though she was in the hospital for the majority of the time, I just felt like what she did on that movie in one leg is way more admirable than what she did on 2 legs in the first movie. Just being honest. Like, you know, like I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I love the character of Laurie Strode. But for me, in the Halloween franchise, my favorite final girl is always going to be Jamie Lloyd. You know what I mean? I guess because when I was a kid growing up, those movies, she was, you know, Danielle was a kid in those movies. So it was very, very relatable to me and stuff like that. And I don't know, man, I just felt like, I'll put it this way. I felt like there was more layers in regards to her. We got more layers out of her character because she was Michael's niece than we did with Laurie as Michael's sister, because we found out towards the end of the second movie that they're brother and sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just felt like in regards to the layers, we had more layers with Jamie's character that should be revisited upon than we did with Laurie. And again, like, I'm sorry, like, I get Nev Campbell kind of does the same thing in regards to creative control with keeping her character alive.
Yeah.
But and I guess this is the beautiful thing about Ghostface can be anybody, but in my opinion, she doesn't ever sit there creatively and try to water down what the Ghostface character is. How many times in the Halloween franchise have we seen fucking Jamie Lee Curtis do that? Multiple times. She did it with H2O, and she did it with this trilogy. You know what I mean? And stuff. And some will say she's deserved that right, and I'm not saying she doesn't, but I'm one who likes to think your final girl should help the killer be as strong as her, even after the fact of their story finishing up.
Yeah. I mean, another thing, Laurie, man, she's always crying and sobbing and shit. It's like, grow up. It's the boogeyman. Grow up. Right. Kick his ass. Like, it's time. How many times you gonna cry about that? I get it. It's trauma and everything. I get it, and they were trying to take that take on it. But I feel like, I'm stretching here. I'm just messing around. I'm just having fun with it. I don't really believe that, but I feel like the growth of Laurie's character in these later trilogies should have been taken in a different direction or had different strengths than what they did have. Like, I liked her character more in H2O than I did in the newer trilogy. I thought she was a stronger final girl. I thought she grew. She had, even though she went through trauma, she still could kick ass. You know,
moment where she said, "Fuck this! I'm not running anymore."
Right.
You know what I mean? And stuff. In the newer trilogy, she was waiting for Michael.
Right.
You know what I mean? And stuff. In Halloween H2O, she was just hoping and praying this motherfucker never found her. Right. You know what I mean? And then when he did, you know, we still had those moments where we see her trauma. We still have those moments where we do see, you know, her weaknesses. Mm-hmm. But then when we get to that end, when she tells John and fucking Molly to get the hell out of there, and she crushes the gate, you know what I mean? The fucking, basically the fucking remote that opens the gate.
Yeah, the gate remote.
And she grabs that fucking axe. It's like, yes, now this is what I want to see right here. Michael! And she's in the middle of the fucking street. You get the score pop on. And it's just like, now, to me, that is peak Laurie Strode. And that's what I wanted to see more out of this newer trilogy. And we just didn't get it, man.
The only thing that I would have changed, and it would have been perfect, is if that whole entire scene of her going, Michael, with that axe and everything, was at the Myers house. Like, if they could somehow transport that scene and get them to the Myers house, that would be... That's what I wanted to see. And that's kind of what I wanted to see in Halloween Kills, too. I wanted to see her show up to the Myers house, and they have a big face-off there. Because that was one of my favorite scenes in the Halloween franchise, was that whole scene in Halloween Kills in that house. That was gold. I'm not talking about the rest of the movie. I do like the movie. I know there's a lot of people that shit on it. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. But that scene, you can't deny that scene was on your edge of your seat and some of the best in the Halloween franchise. That was badass.
Right. And it's the biggest missed opportunity in the Halloween franchise because you missed a chance to fucking end their story where it all began. Yeah,
exactly. And that's how you want it. You want it to come full circle. You want it to be like, all right, this is where it needs to go down at.
Yep.
Cody says, Laurie is number one final girl. My opinion, want to fight about it? No, man, I don't want to fight. You win. Stella's in the house. Happy Wednesday, all. Happy Wednesday to you, too. Good to see you, Stella. Man. Okay, y'all are talking. I'm going to skip down a little bit. Got Oliver in the house. Danielle Harris is amazing. Yes, she is. I just saw her in an interview at Talks of the Crypt. Yeah, where she was talking about how, you know, all her experiences on the films. And I've heard her talk on other shows and stuff and at the conventions and stuff like that. Dude, I feel like she got a bad rap, man. She deserves better. She deserves more shine, especially now. The time is now. Let her have her shine. You know, you bring back Laurie Strode, it's gonna feel like a joke. You know what I mean? It's just, if it's not gonna be a continuation of Halloween Ends, it's gonna feel like, all right, this is becoming stupid and bullshit. And honestly, the only reason why they really keep bringing Laurie Strode back is because Jamie Lee Curtis is marketing.
Yep.
That's what it is. They know that's going to get asses in the seat.
Yep.
If they put anybody else in it, it's not going to happen. Now, if they could get Danielle Harris's character, and they could get and they could do like a follow-up of like H2O or something, and then get Josh Hartnett back, I think Josh Hartnett could get some asses in the seat.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you already know my dream scenario is we get the return of Rachel and Jamie, and we layer this shit out to where we can get both, even for a few minutes. We get Laurie. Well, John would have to be in it more, in my opinion. But even if we do get Laurie back, you set it up to where she's passing the fucking torch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stuff, but we still get that defining moment of where we see Jamie Lloyd, John Tate, and Laurie Strode all in one Halloween film.
See, what needs to happen is the opening, Jamie Lee Curtis gets the good death scene. That brings all the characters to a funeral. That's where Rachel, Jamie, and Josh Hartnett's character gets there. And then it jumps another year later from that point, and Josh Hartnett and Rachel are married or living together.
Oh, wow.
And Danielle Harris is their friend.
I wonder what Molly has to say about that. if they're still together.
Oh, they ain't together no more.
Well, that's the thing, though, too. Even if you wanted to, if you didn't want to bring Danielle Harris back and shit like that, you could bring John Tate back because, like you said, Josh Hartnett is he's marketable. You know, now that he's back, people are fucking happy to see him back doing movies and stuff like that. And they wanted to do that after H2O. They wanted to do a John Tate story. So I'm on board for it and stuff like that. I really want Danielle and Ellie to get their fucking comeuppance.
Yeah, I do too, man. I do too. Hopefully we get something for sure. Yeah. Dom says Jessie from Freddy's Revenge, really good final girl. You're laughing. I don't know if you're being real or not because you're laughing about it, but I agree. I think Jessie was okay final girl in Freddy's Revenge and Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I didn't mind her. I don't think she was right. She wasn't like, like a badass or anything, but she was likable.
She was great for emotional support.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. We got Gory in the house. What's up? What's up? Cody saying, speaking of, is Jamie a final girl for Halloween 4 and 5 if she's my favorite one? Oh, yeah, Jamie from okay. That Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah. And they could make it to even where, it's a direct sequel to 4 instead of even following 5 or 6.
Right.
Because Danielle Harris even said in that interview that her version was like that's not really her in Halloween 6. Did you hear that part of the podcast?
Yep.
So she had an interesting take on it for sure. Let's see here. Oh, Matthew says Gail Weathers is another good final girl who broke the record for 7 films. I was going to mention her earlier. Do you feel like Gail Weathers is a final girl now?
Yeah, she's been a final girl since the first one. I mean, even if we feel like there's ways that if you wanted to do it, you could make her into a killer. Until that happens, she has to be looked at as a final girl. She has to. How is she not if she keeps coming back for every single movie?
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's not like Gail isn't a badass in her own right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in all honesty, Gail is the one who kind of saved Sydney in the first one. That little bit of distraction, even though she fucked up and left the safety on the gun, that distraction is what caused Sydney to be able to slip away, go get into the Ghostface costume, and make the phone call and fuck with Billy and Stu.
Right.
You know, so yeah, absolutely. Gail is definitely a final girl for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially after 6 as well, because she had a really good showdown with Ghostface.
Yep.
Stella already said it. Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Yep. I think Nancy is very underrated. I think that she kicked ass, man. I mean, she said all them traps. She talked shit to Freddy. And then even in Wes Craven's New Nightmare, playing herself as Heather, you know, like, I still look at it as Nancy. But, yeah. DJ says Alice from Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Interesting. Yes. You know, that's probably one of the first final girls I really ever even seen on screen, because Nightmare on Elm Street 4 was like one of my first horror movies I ever seen at all, especially Nightmare on Elm Street films. So yeah, Alice is definitely up there. I think she's one of the stronger ones of the Nightmare series for sure. Let's see here. Yep, go ahead.
Patricia Arquette. Dream Warriors.
Damn, why did I not think of that?
Dream Warriors, bro. Like,
yeah,
for me, she's my second favorite final girl in that Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, you know, Nancy came in and kind of stole the show just a little bit there at the end, but yeah, she was really good, man. I think she was great. I do remember though, whenever I was younger, her scream, man, it would irk my ears, man. She had I was like, that's how she got this role. That fucking scream.
And real quick, even though Nancy kind of stole the show because she was in that movie, she showed how you pass the fucking torch to the new generation.
It was a good way.
And she sacrificed herself so that these newer characters can breathe. You know, and I wish they would have did a follow-up on those characters from Dream Warriors. It still bugs me to this day. Why didn't they decide to go in that direction?
Yeah, and they had like really good characters in that movie, because
hell yes,
like everybody was very likable, even though they were all different in their own way. Man,
bro, you had Lawrence Fishburne as fucking security. Like,
yeah,
come on. You know what I mean? They had such a great,
and he was cool as hell too. He was cool security.
Hell yes.
Damn. King Matthew says Kirsty Cotton from Hellraiser 1 and 2, another good final. You know, I was going to mention her. I just don't know her as well, but I do know she is a final girl. Hellraiser's not a movie that I really followed closely. I think I maybe watched it once, maybe twice when I was younger. But I believe you, King Matthew. She's really good. I've always heard good things about it. You're not a big Hellraiser fan either, right, Marcus? No. Yeah. And it's crazy. It seems like it should be right down our alley. It just doesn't scratch my itch.
It does. I don't understand the lure. I don't. Yeah. I just, hey, if you love it and you like it and stuff, that's awesome for you. Me personally, I don't understand the lure.
Yeah, and also, I think the remake's better.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, have you seen it with the female Hellraiser?
No.
It's kind of got a 13 Ghost vibe to it, man. I thought it was a lot better, well made, had a better structure of a story. It wasn't as gross. There was some gnarly kills, but it wasn't as gross. I just thought it was a better way. We might have to do a watch party of that, because that's something I've been wanting to rewatch. I think it's on Hulu. I think it went to Hulu, but it's really well made, man.
Right. The way you feel about like the final girls in Hellraiser and stuff, honestly, and people are going to fucking hate me for this, that's how I feel about Sigourney Weaver and Aliens, because I never really watched Aliens. Like,
I can see that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just don't know too much about her. Now, maybe if I, decide to fucking give it a chance and stuff, then I'll have a better opinion of her. But I just don't know much about the character because I don't follow those movies.
Right. No, I get that 100%. She got better in Aliens and in some of the other sequels, but yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I wasn't a big Alien fan either until later on in life. Whenever I was younger, I saw Alien Resurrection in cinemas, and I thought that movie was awesome. That's going to tell you something because that's supposed to be the worst one.
Oh wow!
But I was a kid. But I was a kid when I saw it.
Gotcha.
Melissa's here. What's up, Melissa? Good to see you. Val says my favorite Friday Final Girls is Tina from Part 7. Ooh, that's the girl that's got the telekinesis, right?
Yeah, Lars Park Lincoln. God rest her soul.
Man, yeah, she was good, dude. She was
Very
real good. Yeah, man, that's a good one, Val.
Another
Absolutely.
Friday Final Girl that's really good. I know she's very popular. Amy Steele, Jeannie, or whatever.
Okay.
Yep, from the second one.
Okay. Yeah. See, I need to revisit all of the Friday movies. I have to. It's been really, especially with the new Crystal Lake series coming up. Once we get a little bit closer, man, we're gonna have to just like go balls deep into some Friday the 13th, man.
Oh, I plan on every episode that comes out doing like a recap, like a live recap and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be stuck on that bitch like glue. It's serious.
Same. Melissa says, "Love your accent, Destin." Thanks, I appreciate it. I know it's a little southern. Appreciate it. Stella says, "Aaron from Your Next and Grace from Ready or Not." Ooh, yes. I mentioned Samara Weaving for Ready or Not, but yes, Aaron from Your Next is a good one, man.
Really good.
That's a really good one, Stella. I forgot all about that. Hell yeah. And think about like Tree from Happy Death Day. She was good.
Yeah.
She was a good one. I'm not the biggest fan of the Happy Death Day movies, but I really liked her character. I thought she was badass.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sienna Shaw.
Which one's that? Remind me.
Fire.
Oh yeah, dude, she's fucking awesome.
Bro, that fight scene in the second movie, that right there, in my opinion, especially if you have a final girl who is going up against a horror movie villain that is somewhat supernatural, like Art is, and stuff, that's the type of fucking fight scene that you want your final girls to have. That to me is one of the most epic piece of cinematography I've ever watched in regards to a final girl fighting the killer. Like, bro, that was badass. It was bloody. It was brutal. It was physical. It was chef's kiss. You know, and I'm hoping in the fourth one they go back to that because they kind of left me wanting a little bit more in the third one. And so I hope for the finale we get part 2's type of fight scene, but on a different level.
Yeah. I hope they do that as well. I felt like too. I need to rewatch the third one because I know that I like the second one more because of stuff like that, how physical and everything it was, and I just felt like I don't know. It was something about like when I went and saw that movie. Also, the audience was awesome. I just had a really good time, and it was such a high for me because I didn't really like the original, man. I wasn't a fan like everybody else. I didn't dislike it. I just wasn't the biggest fan like everybody else. But it wasn't until the second one that I became a fan. And then the third one, I was like, I feel like something's missing. I feel like this one was kind of like rushed or just like, I don't want to say cash grab, but you know, like just taking that trope of the Santa thing and putting Arthur Clown in it. And it made money. It worked. I just hope 4 really is an epic conclusion. I think it will be.
I'm right there with you.
Oliver said, "Would my ex-girlfriends count since I'm a horror of a person to be with?" Damn. Could be. Oliver, that's honest. At least he's honest about it. Damalama Ding Dong says, "Dream Demon, bitch. Dream Demon. Bitch went down. Boom. Nancy, super bitch. Hell yeah." Right? Dude, that would be funny as hell. Let's see here. King Matthew says, "I don't know if this counts as horror, but Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice is another pick of mine from the Final Girl list. Winona Ryder did great in the first film. Haven't seen Beetlejuice 2 yet." Yeah, I would kind of say it. I don't really look at Beetlejuice like a horror movie, though, at all. Because Beetlejuice is kind of likable, And if you watch Beetlejuice 2, he's even more likable. So, I don't want to give any spoilers or anything, but it's just, I don't know. Beetlejuice is like a villain, but not a villain,
Right.
So, but yeah, I see what you're saying. They are very great, somewhat final girls.
Judy from Night of the Demons.
Oh, I thought you meant Judy from Scream 4.
Oh no, no, Judy from Night of the Demons. I felt like she's a little bit underrated, like especially towards that tail end. Like she really got bro. She was less afraid than Roger.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like she was also a good final girl. Which other ones, man? There's so many to fucking pick. Be my victim. Helen from fucking Candyman, bro.
Dude,
Virginia Madsen.
That's a really good one, dude. Helen.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell
dude,
yeah.
That's a really good one. I'm gonna say one that doesn't get talked about a lot. Dana from Cabin in the Woods.
Oh.
She was good. I feel like Cabin in the Woods kind of has been forgotten over the years. Like, that was a really good movie. That's a fun movie.
It was a fun movie. It was a fun movie, especially with them fucking all dancing behind the scenes and shit, rolling around in the chairs and shit. Who was it? It was the guy who played Doback in Step Brothers as the father. And the guy who played Eric and Billy Madison. Am I right?
Yeah, it was supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was really good. It had great. It was just a really well-made movie. I feel like they could have done more with a sequel. Like, they could have turned that into a franchise. I know how it ends. It is what it is. It goes more epic than you think it's going to go for a movie of that scale. But, man, I would love if they just, even, at the end, like they retcon that ending somehow, because they did, smoke the devil's lettuce at the end of the movie. They could have just imagined that, it really didn't go down like that, or something. They could come up with something. I want more Cabin in the Woods lore.
Yeah,
that's it.
I feel you. I got another one.
What's that?
Aaron Hardesty, Jessica Biel, 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, bro.
Dude, man, she kicked ass.
Yes, to me, she's the best final girl out of all the remakes. Like, out of all the remake horror movies that they did of the iconic IPs, you can even make the argument that she's better than Sally Hardesty, in my opinion.
I mean, I have to give it to her, man. Because I like the original Texas Chainsaw, but man, I love the 2003 remake.
Yeah,
it was hit me at the perfect time, perfect age.
Hell yes.
Oliver says Marcus owes me some FaceTime on his channel to talk about Saw for his fat fingers. What? That must be an inside joke.
Because back when I was in high school, I've earned the name of fucking Sausage Links because of these fat ass fingers.
Oh.
So my friends, even to this day, my one friend from high school, he'll hit me up every once in a while. He won't hit me up and say, "Yo, what up, Marcus?" He'll be like, "Links."
Oh, shit.
So every time, never fails. Even when we're out in public, if I'm just like at a store and he rolls in, he's just like, "Links." And shit, and I'm just like, yo, come on, bro. Like, shit. But yeah, Oliver, we do got a plan for that. I still have to do the Jigsaw watch party yet. It'll probably be over the next 2 weeks once we get past this I know what you did last summer phase and all that stuff. And yeah, I'll hit you up and we'll schedule something.
Yeah. And speaking of what's next, we will be ending this stream here in about 10, 11 minutes. Pretty hard stop. But we are going to be picking back up over on Marcus's channel. You want to talk about that, Marcus?
Yes. We are going to be heading over to my channel and I know what you did last summer, Final Theories and Predictions live stream. We're going to be sharing some of our, final theories and predictions for the movie. But I also want to hear from you guys in regards to what are your final predictions and theories for the movie. Now, granted, we do know that some people have been fortunate enough to get an early screening, today or maybe even yesterday and stuff like that. So I'm going to try my best to ignore that. Hopefully none of those type of comments roll up in the chat in regards to spoilers and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to know what everybody's thinking in regards to this new movie. I want to know what Destin's thinking. I want to share some of my ideas with you guys in regards to what we are going to see in totality in this movie. Like, what are our final theories? Like, what is going to be the finality of this movie? I do still have some I Know What You Did Last Summer theory videos that I am good. Well, I don't even want to say a theory video. I have a Danica Richards character breakdown that I am going to be releasing after the stream. That'll probably be released at 1 o'clock in the morning. But in regards to what we expect to happen, we're going to go full stop with this on this next stream.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun time, man, because, the time is nigh.
Yes.
Tomorrow. And I can't wait, man. 5 p.m. I will be having a right out of the theater reaction of I Know What You Did Last Summer, followed up with an after party tomorrow night. So if you do get to see the movie tomorrow, come back. It's going to be kind of a later showing. I think I have it set for 9 or 10. It's already on my channel, so go hit the notify me button. If one of my moderators could put that in the chat, or I'll try to add it to the description of this video after the show. But we will be having an after party tomorrow night. No spoilers. We're just going to give our overall thoughts and opinion on the movie. But I'm going to give everyone a time to see the movie over the weekend. And then Sunday night, we're going to be doing a full-blown spoilers discussion over on my channel. So yes, both of those are already scheduled on my channel. Go hit the notify me button and be a part of the conversation. And go buy your tickets and go see this movie ASAP. This movie needs to succeed because it's up against Superman, fucking dinosaurs, Jurassic World. And fucking Smurfs. I think Smurfs comes out there. Or is it this weekend?
Yeah, I remember you said something about the Smurfs coming out either not this weekend, probably the next.
Yeah, something else is coming out. So yeah, we need this movie to succeed because I don't want it to stop here. Just like Scream, I want it to keep going. It's been a long time since we got I Know What You Did Last Summer. A longer time than it was when Scream took a nap for a little bit in cinema. So we need these movies to stay here for a little bit.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Oliver said Danielle Harris is sexy. My favorite final girl. Hell yeah. Yeah, she's pretty. She's a pretty girl.
Oh yeah.
King Magic says Melissa Barrera did get casted for Scary Movie 6. It was announced the other day. Yep. That was like a theory that just went around. I think the fans was able to make that happen. I think the fans gave the Wayans the idea to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the story was still in development, and it seems like it's going to be like a perfect time to. It just the meta approach you can take with it and everything.
Right,
So,
and I also think the fact, Marlon spoke about this on Club Shay Shay's podcast, Shannon Sharp. That the fact that the Weinsteins are no longer an entity. No longer there to fuck with shit and mess up things and stuff like that. They finally got their fucking franchise back. You know what I mean? So that means a lot in regards to Scary Movie, in my opinion, because the moment the Wayans left Scary Movie, that's when it slowly started to get and stuff. In my opinion, you need them guys there because as great as Anna Faris and Regina Hall are, the Wayans make that movie and make that franchise.
Yeah, absolutely, man. As much as I kind of like the third one in a way, there's a lot. I feel like a lot of jokes are cheesy and fall flat. But in those first two ones, dude, you're gut busting laughing like every 5 minutes or maybe sooner than that. Like it's hilarious all the way. And they knew it. They like Marlon said, he said, man, they got the sauce, man. Every time they do a comedy movie and they're writing behind the scenes, they just know what to bring to it, man. And it's awesome. Right. And Marlon Wayans has to be a part of it. How long has it been since Sean has been in something? I haven't seen him in something in forever, I don't think.
What was it? The Little Man movie they did together?
Dude, that was years ago.
Years ago.
What does he even look like now? Is it going to be jarring?
I think he still looks basically the same. Those motherfuckers on age, bro. Like for real, you seen Damon?
Yeah,
like,
Damon. Yeah,
looks young as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like they hardly age a bit. Like it's ridiculous. Like
I remember he was on
talented
Shannon
youth.
Sharp's interview too, and he was like, "You gonna be in Scary Movie 6?" And he was like, "Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't do shit like that." I thought that was funny. But it would be a good addition, though. I like Damon Wayans.
Oh hell yeah, absolutely. So before we wrap it up and stuff, I do want to think about a couple other final girls that I think should be added to the list. We already said Linda Hamilton. She was a great final girl in Children of the Corn as well.
Yeah.
No, because she ended up getting killed off or whatever and stuff. I was gonna say Janet Leigh. You know what I mean? But she got killed off in Psycho. Like there's so fucking many, but it's just also like so hard to think of really some that really, really stand out. Like, you know,
there is, man. There's so many, bro.
I mean, if you count Prey, you know, the Predator movie Prey, her.
Yeah.
She's a good final girl.
I'll tell you one.
Who?
That didn't cross my mind until now. It did earlier, and I didn't bring it up. But Maxine from X and the Maxine movie. You know, like X, Pearl, and Maxine. Like I think she's still good.
She was good in X. Trash in Maxine. Absolutely. Yeah. Fucking trash. I'm sorry. Destin, I can't do it. I just can't. I can't. If they would have made, I'll put it this way, if they would have made her like the killer, killing her way to her rise to the top, I felt like that should have been the way they went. And instead, they gave us what the fuck they gave us. And it was so obvious. It was literally obvious from the opening of the movie, like what was going to happen. And it's just like, you fucking kidding me? This is like, yeah. Like, I can't do it. I know a lot of people love that movie, love that character. I feel like that character took a slide down, in my opinion, with that movie. X, great final girl in X. And then we get Maxine. You know, it's just like,
yeah, I wanted to take a different direction too, and I felt like they got real. What do you call it? They got cheap writing. That's what it was. It was like, man, y'all could have came up with something better than this. This was just kind of. I felt like it was a cash grab a little bit, you know?
Right.
And it definitely wasn't on the level of Pearl. Pearl was my favorite.
So let me ask you something. Are we counting just like slashers, horror, or are we also counting like thriller, suspense as well?
Same. I look at it as final girls.
Ashley Judd in Kiss the Girls.
That's a good one.
She was great.
Double Jeopardy too.
Yep. Oh man. Whoa, now you're going back in the fucking bag, bro. Yeah,
She had her moment.
Jeopardy. Yeah, she was great in Double Jeopardy as well. Yeah, man. Those two films, Kiss the Girls and Double Jeopardy, Ashley Judd was a great final girl in those movies. Like, Kate, her name was Kate in Kiss the Girls. Yes. Yeah. And stuff. Yeah, bro, because think about it. Like, before, you know, she got, you know, kidnapped in that movie, chick was already like learning boxing and like martial arts and shit, and you got to see that in that fight scene and stuff like that, which is why like she just kind of stood out to me, because I'm just like, man, Ashley Judd actually had a kick-ass final girl as well. Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm gonna say one more, because I know we're gonna have to wrap it up here soon, and we're gonna be migrating over to your channel. And this is somebody I haven't seen in quite some time, but she was great in a show I used to watch on Netflix. And then I saw her in this movie called The Hunt. I don't know if you saw that movie. It was banned for a little bit, but then it finally was released. Betty Gilpin from The Hunt, man, she was kick-ass. Dude, I like her as an actress. I think she kicks ass, and she definitely kicked ass in The Hunt. If you haven't seen The Hunt, go see that. It's light horror, but it's very bloody. It's more thriller, and it's also got a lot of comedy tropes too. Think the Hunger Games, but bloodier. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, Betty Gilpin she was awesome, and I want to see her in more shit for sure. But yeah. Let me see here. I'm gonna get through. Sorry if I skip over your comment. We are on an hour. We try to keep it around that time. And also, since we got another stream over on Marcus's channel, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up and move over there. So go over there after we shut down here. But please hit that like button here before you head out, and also subscribe to Marcus, because episode 6 is going to be on his channel next Wednesday night. So stick around for the Horror Hooligans.
Yep, and I already know what we're going to talk about.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're going to follow it up. We're basically going to follow this up with the Final Guys.
Oh, dude, that's perfect. Back to back. Hell yeah. Yeah, Scream Kings. Hell yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's a good one. It's going to sound... Dama says, sorry, Val, I rehired Destin and Marcus. they're firing and rehiring.
Right.
Major Foster's in the house. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but welcome to the party. Welcome, hang out, and hello. I know what you did last summer, but I did not like the ending. Okay, cool. We're going to be discussing that over on my channel tomorrow night. I don't know if you were here earlier, but please, no spoilers in the chat. But great. I am hearing that ending is divisive. So
I got one more that I want to add.
What's that?
Claire Rivers.
Final Destination.
Yeah, Claire fucking Rivers.
Yeah.
And because you know how I feel about this, I don't think she's dead. You know, I feel like if they wanted to do it, they could do it.
Yeah.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead is Wendy in Final Destination 3.
Yeah,
she was fucking
good.
awesome, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
she's good in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is. Yeah, it's right, because she was in Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh, yep, she was. Man,
yep.
Yeah. Hold on. Dom said, no, Destin, Jesse is the final guy on Freddy Revenge. I said he's a final girl. Oh, you tricked me. That's right. Tina. Was it Tina, his girlfriend? Damn. Damalama Ding. All right, man. I got you. I was waiting to see if he realized that, Dom. Dang. Y'all. Okay. All right. I see. All right. Y'all picking on me. Okay. We're going to end this stream. But I see you again. Let's see here. Jason X is the greatest movie ever. Okay. We're going to end that. I know I haven't gotten to everybody's comments. I am getting a little backed up. I am sorry for that. Before we head out, we do have a super chat in the house, so I do have to acknowledge that before we head out. I'm sorry I didn't see it until right now. But we have our very own DJ with the $3.73 super chat. AJ Langer equals Alice Putz. Who is that?
Hold on. Is that from Alice Sweet Alice?
I wonder.
Because I've never seen that. That's why I'm asking. But hold on. AJ, we'll look this up. Because I did push the stream back a few minutes.
Okay. Let's see here.
People under the stairs.
Oh, snap.
Yup. People under the stairs. Yo, that's a great fucking pick, DJ. Yeah.
Great. Damn. She was good. She was good as hell, dude. Like, I'm looking at it right now.
Hell yes.
See? I forgot all about her, man.
Yo, that was a great pick. Yo, fucking Alice. Let's go. Hell yeah.
People on the Stairs needs more recognition, and I hope we get that reboot or remake here very soon.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Like I said, any movie with Everett McGill as the villain, you're not going wrong. Because he's awesome. You know, as well as Wendy Roby. Them two, because they've done a few projects together where they were like actually like together and stuff. Them two are like made for each other, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that movie. We're gonna have to do a watch party on People Under the Stairs very soon. Very soon.
Hell yes. My shit, I ain't gonna lie, Destin, my favorite part, she's like, just snapping the fuck out. Oh, she was so good. Wendy Roby was awesome.
Yeah. And dude, I love the cover art of it too, man. That's one thing that got me to rent it. I was like, Wes Craven. And then the cover art looks badass. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to check this out. So.
And I will say this before we end, because I don't see how the fuck I didn't remember this. I guess because we kind of think of this movie for more of the final guy. But we also got to fucking take into account the sister in Silver Bullet. Jane and Silver Bullet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jane and Silver Bullet.
I thought you were gonna say the sister in Jeepers Creepers.
She's another good one. She's another good one. She's another good one, bro. Hell yeah. Fucking right. Gina Phillips? Yes. Trish?
Yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah, bro. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a part 2 to this shit because there's so many. Like, there's so
keep going.
Hell yeah, bro. For sure.
Hell yeah, man. And we will do like a tier list too as well. That's something I want to do in the future. We'll rank them and everything.
Hell yeah.
So I think that'd be a lot of fun. But DJ, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Great pick, man. This has been a great episode of the Horror Hooligans. Hit that like button. Head over to Marcus' channel because we'll be over there very shortly. And here's the Horror Hooligans, man. And we'll see y'all later. Yeah, you got something else to say?
No, I'm just going with you, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it for Horror Hooligans. I hope you liked it. And we'll see y'all again next Wednesday night for episode 6 over on Marcus's channel. So go subscribe. We'll see y'all later, or we'll see you on another time.